you can just lightly see the rays if you put it at a bit of an angle. See the rays of light? See the lines? It almost looks like a face right there. Can you see that? When I was 12 years old, I had a close encounter with a UFO. Hard to believe? Maybe. But that experience changed me. 50 years later, I've made finding proof of extraterrestrials my life's work. Now I travel around the world looking for regular people, just like me, who have experienced the extraordinary, so I can learn from them and see what they've seen.
Like it was just staring at us, and I could see movement in a window right under it.
My name is Rob Freeman, and I invite you to join me on the adventure of a lifetime. You got it? Together we will search for the people and stories that inspire us to keep asking the questions, to keep digging deeper. Together, we will find the extraordinary in the ordinary. Together, we will make contact. Want to start unpacking camera gear straight to your room, Rob? Okay. Yeah, this is the camera, some of the camera gear. We have a lot that we brought down here. Niss, the owner here, has been seeing a lot of stuff in the sky practically every night, so we're going to document it. We're here for a whole week. And I think Niss is right around the corner somewhere.
Hi!
Here it is. How are you, Niss?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, great to meet you.
You
Fantastic.
too.
We're just going to go with a minimum of cameras tonight because we've just got here and it's going to be dark in just 2 or 3 hours. So we want to come in very relaxed and we're just going to have a minimum number of cameras, understand where everything is coming from across the sky, understand what kind of stuff we're going to need to actually film starting tomorrow night. And we're just so excited about what we're going to see here. So we're at the Cerro Mayan ruins here. It's the only ruins in Belize that's actually beachfront or on the ocean, or on the sea. In this case, it's the Caribbean Sea. And it consists of a series of mounds and temples. This one has been excavated, and the faces you see here are replicas of what's underneath. They're preserving them by putting a modern face to them just to save them over the eons of time. They obviously would degrade with erosion of the wind and rain and so on in the rainy season. And this would have been from about we've actually found out it's from about the 50 BC time period. And they haven't really excavated all of the other ones, but over time, maybe universities will get involved here and excavate some of the other sites here. There's many sites that are just totally as they were. You have to dig through the rock and they could find all kinds of things here. And what we found over the last 4 years is that there seems to be a connection between ancient archaeological sites and sightings, like ET sightings. There's been many sightings here in Belize, and it could be due to the fact of the linkage between the ancient Mayan culture and artifacts and archaeological structures. We're not far where we're going to be tonight. We're just across the bay. And we came here this afternoon to just sort of absorb the energy of these ancient peoples and this ancient culture and these ancient structures. And we're going to be out sky watching and experiencing CE5 tonight, whether it's up in the sky or all around us. And we're hoping to take back a little bit of energy from this site to where we're going to be tonight. but if you take a look, you can see here, it's hard to see in this. You see it better at nighttime. It almost looks like a little face right there. So you can just lightly see the rays if you put it at a bit of an angle. See the rays of light? See the lines? It almost looks like a face right there. Can you see that? Depending on how the screen is. So the one last night, the anomaly that we caught in one frame, we would have had full video of it in full spectrum, caught with this camera over here. In fact, it would have recorded it. It was running. But when we got back and we tried to deal with that camera, there was an error message on top. And I could not clear the error message for love nor money. The only way I could clear was to format the card, the SD card, and that of course erased the video evidence. And that's exactly what happened. I had a second camera here that would have recorded that also, but last night it would not record. Every time I pressed the record button, it stopped. It's working fine now. I've been testing it and trying to reproduce it. It works fine now. So it's almost like we were not allowed to record video of this. We've got one frame that shows that there was a light just below the frame, and you can see the light is coming up in kind of like triangular, or different, the rays are kind of like V-shaped or whatever. That's the only image we have.